going to work? I'm sure it will. It's Sunday, the RTWM Towered Live with me, Raphael, your international psychic medium. I've been doing tarot readings for 30 years. I can feel the ghost, I can feel the energy, I can feel the future. This is the right place to be if you have any questions about yourself, love, work, money, anything you need to know in these troubled times. Who's going to win the election in the US? Is it going to be Trump or Biden? I have to say that 4 years ago, when everyone was waiting for Hillary Clinton to win, I always knew it was going to be Trump, and people got shocked. They said, "You were right." So sometimes what I say happens. Welcome to the show. Great to see you. Let me see if I am live, and I'm sure I am. And somebody is going to say, "Yes, you are live." So let me see what is happening. I think it is working. Let me see, click everywhere. I'm a bit of a tech guy, a bit of a tarot guy, a bit of a transformation agent. So yes, so let me see if I can see the video online. All right, is it there? Is it not there? Let me see what is happening on the computer. So I have to check where here. Blah, 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 blah. Let me see this one. So basically, it's very simple. You can join me on Zoom. There is a link somewhere. You can check my website, theworldsmedium.com/live shows. And then you select RTWM Towered Live. And then you can be on and ask your questions. This is the opportunity on Sundays. I can see I'm on, and that's great. I'm excited. One person's watching already. That's a good sign. That's a good start. Now, let me see what is happening on Zoom. If anything is going on there. Okay, 2 people entered the waiting room. That's great. It's going to be fun. So let me see people. Okay, 3 people. Let me click everywhere. Omar is here. I admit you, Omar. I admit Jan as well, who's here every week, which is always a pleasure to have you with us. I think everyone is in the room for the RTWM Tower Live. It's happening live on Sunday, the place where people can ask questions about love, about work, about anything you expect from your life, everything you want from your life. You can ask me and we can see together if it's going to happen or if you need to take a new direction. If you want to ask a question, I remind you again, you just go there and I can see Jan. So Jan knows now, she's got the right link. She comes every week. It's amazing. She's from LA and it's really cool to talk to her. And as I can see, Omar is here. He's connected without the video, but with audio. So Jan, how have you been? I can see you, so I'm talking to you. Oh, I cannot hear you. Maybe you are muted.
Hello,
That's
hello.
better. How are you? You
I'm
have a good week?
okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay.
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 Do you have a fun week? How did, I remember we talked a lot about love last week and about relationships starting. And so,
So,
how are you
so
feeling?
not so great because you told me to wait about to tell him something, and then I
Yeah.
broke down and told him on text.
Oh, why
Oh,
on text? This is not always the best way to, because it's a bit like revealing some kind of news, some kind of on the text. It's good to break
no,
up with someone, I guess, when you can't be bothered facing the situation. And how did it go?
I don't know. I don't know. He definitely wasn't so like he
Yeah,
acted like it was okay, but then he never told me anything about how he felt.
right. Have you seen him again?
Now in the half an hour.
Oh, you just texted him half an hour
No,
ago.
no, no. I texted him. You told me don't tell him. And
No,
I broke down and told him on Monday or
right.
Tuesday. And
Right.
then I haven't seen him at all.
Do
And
you
I
think?
feel I
All right.
feel like his text acts like he's not interested, but he said we had our date planned, so he's going, but I think he might break up with me.
Really? Do you want us to look into that?
Yes.
All right, so let's pick up a card. I
I want
hope
to see
things
what
are going to go
happens.
well. Okay, let's see what he's feeling about it. I just remind to the 10 million people watching us, not
It's
10 million, but
okay.
10
I'm
people.
pretty open.
All right. That there was like Jan dated someone and then she had something to reveal to them. I said, maybe you should wait a little bit because you just kind of met them, you just started things. She did
Yeah.
not wait and sent a text. And now we want to know what happened. How is this person
I
feeling
know,
about
because
it?
I'm seeing him in half an hour.
All right. Okay. 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 I didn't get that. Okay. So let me see how he's feeling about it. That's really cool. Okay. Let's see. How is he feeling? Okay, about it. Okay, so I'm using the Marseille Tarot. Somehow I feel that he's going to be understanding about it because it is someone who's very strong. So he can handle a lot of things, and the way he handled things are always, how can I explain that? He will not freak out or be upset. So, it is someone who's kind of not reserved, but he's not going to be really wild in his answer or in his reaction. So I like that. He can be understanding. I think you will have the opportunity to justify yourself, if I may say, of the situation that you revealed. So it is not bad, I find. It's actually okay. You can make it work. And I think he's willing to understand where you are coming from within what you revealed. So he's not, I don't think he's upset about it. And I think you can make it work. So it's to you now to actually explain and, maybe, yeah, just bring the light in that subject.
Okay,
He's
okay,
expecting that and he's able to deal with it. It's not going to be like, oh, what did you do? No,
okay. I keep thinking it's the end. I've been thinking
no,
he's
me,
gonna
I
break
don't.
up with
No,
me.
no, 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 no. I've never felt anyway that you would. I always felt that there was going to be something between you and this person anyway. I didn't see that, anything was going to break anything. But I told you it's a person that can be a little bit complicated sometimes. But in
Yes.
that particular situation, he might actually appreciate that you are um, not asking him for advice, but kind of like, exposing, sharing the situation with him. He might feel like he has an opportunity to help you within that situation. So it's not bad, actually, I find. No,
Okay.
maybe it's good. Just the text situation is a little bit, but it will be a good opportunity for you to explain, tell more about your life. And I think he's going to like to be involved in whatever you want to tell him or. So no, I like it. I think it's going to go well.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
No.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it should go well. Finger crossed, but I feel that it's going to be okay, really. I don't really feel too worried. And I think it's going to be
Okay.
quite an exciting um, conversation you will have. And maybe a relief as well, somehow, because you have an
Right.
opportunity to share with someone what you're going through somehow.
Right.
So, and someone who's able to deal with it, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
oh,
you.
it's good. I can see Bo who joined us as well. Hello. Now she's here every Sunday, joining us, asking us questions. Do you want to ask? Actually, Omar was here before, so I'm going to ask him first. Omar, can you hear us? Are you around? You sent me a question earlier on, but I said you have to speak it loud so we can.
Here.
Yep. Are you
Uh,
here?
yeah, I'm here. I was just trying
Wonderful.
to fix my view. But yeah, I was here and I asked you a question about tarot actually. Do you have it or should I re-ask it?
Yes, can you say it loud to the world so we could hear what the question is? Because I read it quickly and I said, yeah, ask it in during the show and then I'm going to answer. Can you ask the
Yeah,
question?
sure. I'm
Okay,
pulling it
cool.
up right now. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Okay.
All right.
So I wanted to ask you um it was basically a question about um working with oh, hold on, let me pull it up. I'm sorry. You might want to go to somebody else while I find this question because I
All right. I'm
yeah.
gonna go to Bo. I'm sure Bo is ready because he's very organized. No, aren't you? Yeah. You prepared the question, I'm sure. But I can't hear you. Bo, I can't hear you. You need to unmute yourself, my dear. Otherwise, nobody can hear you. It's Mercury retrograde. Nothing's working. Now I can see Omar, so it's a bit of entertainment. I like your t-shirt.
Thank
And yeah, yellow is always a good color for today, Sunday. While
yes.
Bo try to reconnect and face the Mercury retrograde that blocks everything, Omar is here and we can hear you. So if you want to ask a question, maybe you found it already.
Yeah, I have.
All
So you
right, cool.
mentioned about teaching to me as a possibility before, and we talked before about venturing out into music, and that it wouldn't necessarily be financially a financially fruitful venture. So I kind of wanted to look into teaching through blog about the tarot, if that was a
All right.
viable option.
Yes, I want to remind everyone, by the way, that all this spiritual business and everything around the world is expanding a lot. And we are in the age of Aquarius, and a lot of people want to know more. And it's about vibration, about astrology, about ghosts, about spaceships and aliens and everything. So everyone wants to know what's happening behind this world. So it always is a good thing to teach tarot, to teach spirituality. People are looking for that. They don't know what's happening. The world is completely changing. Nobody understands anything. So if there's anyone there, and some people like me, explaining a little bit to people, like giving some guidance, it is a very good idea in this moment. I have to say, I think it's better to do that than to open a restaurant, for instance, right now. I think at this point with this age of Aquarius, it's a lot about that. There will be, more a need for people like that who can connect between different worlds and stuff. So first of all, it is a good idea, and even if you check at the moment in the business plans and everything, this sector is expanding by the minute. So it's a huge thing. It's a great thing. Let me see if it's good for you. Music is good too, by the way. It's very Aquarian too, because it's a vibe. People are listening. You can't touch it, but you can feel it. It's very easy to replicate and reproduce, and everyone can share it. And so that's very Aquarian too. So music is always, it's a very good thing too. Maybe not the way people do it or have been doing it until now, like performing live, but recording music. Even with the coronavirus right now, people can hear music. They can be on the beach. They can be anywhere they want to be, in the house or locked in a cupboard. They can still listen to music. So that works too. But let me see for you if it's a good idea to teach tarot. Okay, so let me see if it's a good idea. Yes, no outcome. It could be, but it would take like you are really just starting with it. So I feel that it would be very small at first, very little. It's not like the big, lotto, you're winning the lottery doing that. So, I feel that with you, what's important is that if you decide to go in a direction, you're going to have to really involve yourself in it and dig into it. And it's going to take time. Okay. I don't feel that this is the best for you, I have to say, on the money side, because it might involve something from you, or it might not be perceived coming from you for whatever reason that is. You're a great singer, you're a great entertainer, you've done entertainment for many years, and you're very well perceived for doing that. But maybe if you do tarot, it's like if I was working as a financial advisor in some kind of weird bank, I would not be perceived very well, because this is not what I've been doing. And people would say, right. What is he doing now in that world? He's never worked in the bank. I've never done that. People might be a little bit cautious. They'll be like, what is that person doing here? You might get a little bit of that for some reason, but it's only maybe because you're supposed to be somewhere else. We all have a place we belong on this planet, and we need to find it and stick to it. Cool. That's what everyone is searching for anyway. We want to know where we belong, what we're supposed to do. That's why a lot of people are doing the right thing and they don't know how to shift, and I want to do something else, but I'm not sure. I feel this one might not be the best thing for you. I have to say, that's the answer I would say, But I would like to ask you, since you've been working a lot in entertainment, you've never wanted to coach people for that? Because so many people want to sing and dance and produce music. And
I have.
Like that part. Yeah. Have you been doing that online, like live coaching people singing?
No, I haven't thought to do it online with the pandemic. I shy away from it only because I don't have some specifics that I wish I did have as far as like training. Like I've never been taught to train, but I could share what I know.
Yes, because the thing is, like, that would sound more, let me see if that would work, you being a coach online, because this is something you've got already. You can always introduce a bit of tarot in it if you want. I'm sure people will welcome it very well. Or if you want to do a little bit of a little bit of tarot, a little bit of intuition as well in teaching people. But maybe you want to use something you already have that people know you for. Mm-hmm. That's always the problem. It's like, do you really belong there already or not? Because to belong somewhere, it takes a little bit of time. And if you belong very quickly, it might fade, like a souffle. It might go down after 5 minutes. So that's not good either, because then...
Yeah.
And then it's over. We've seen a lot of people like that, doing things. And then finally you realize it was a disaster, So sometimes, yes, I might... Let me just see if that would be a better option for you, because that's kind of what I would feel for you. Kind of teach singing or teach the whole business, you know? Let me see. No, it says no to, it says the cards say that it's not a good idea as well. You know, as with you, I have to say something. I feel a little bit of blockage, you know, because it's, I've sometimes felt it with you. There is some kind of blockage with you. What you might want to do, and that's kind of what I'm sensing. Have you ever done like, you know, this meditation and things? Have you ever done like a lot of these, or qigong, or have you ever tapped into that, or yoga and all that? Do you do a lot of that?
I've been doing a lot of that. Yeah, I've been doing
All right.
that like every day for the past like 6 months.
That's amazing. It feels that maybe you are meant to do a little more of that, to kind of like be able to feel more settled and determine where you belong. I think there's something about you belonging. Where do you belong? You're not sure, you know, of where you belong, where it is you belong professionally, as a person, you know. I'm going to pick a little crystal card as well. Ah, someone else is coming. Let me click that. I'm going to pick you a crystal card and see a little bit what the cards are saying. Okay. By the way, I want to say hi to everyone on Facebook if people are seeing us. And sometimes, guys, you ask questions on Facebook and I can't always respond because I don't always see the questions and it comes from everywhere. But if you come to Zoom, I can see you in front of me. So it's very easy and it's a lot of fun. So let me see now with Omar a little bit what the crystal card wants to say about this blockage I see. That's interesting. The card that comes on. The cards that come on is sexuality. So it's a completely different subject than the question you asked me, because you asked me if you should teach tarot instead of music, and then the sexuality card comes in. So yeah, it's like, what is this? You know, there might be things about that, about how you react with people, you know, sexually, that you might want to focus yourself into. There is a blockage in you in your life that is connected to that, you know, to the sexuality, to the connection you have with people, to how you connect with people that might have hurt you. And this might be the thing that sometimes puts you out of track in knowing where you belong, what you're supposed to do. I don't know if that relates to you, if you could get the connection, but you might want to do some healing on that side of your soul, if I may say.
Okay.
I feel...
Thanks.
Sorry?
I said thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Some work to do on that. And you can probably do that with yoga, with qigong, with, you know, try to kind of realign your energies and maybe not be in a position of defense. I feel sometimes it's almost like everything is adversity and you're trying to defend yourself from, and it comes from everywhere.
Okay. Things
need to flow a little more. You need to find a way inside of you in which you can feel totally at peace with everything around. Okay. It's a kind of flow thing, you know, the flow needs to be reestablished.
Got it.
I feel you are really trying to push here, you know, a bit everywhere. And this is not how it works. It needs to flow.
That's my Virgo. And he's like trying to put everything in the box. Yeah. Yeah.
As well, so I know. We like to tidy a lot of things, and we need to know, you know, like how things work, and everything needs to be in place, you know. But yeah, it's possible. Yes, possibly. But I would encourage you to do that. So, and I want to say that if you do more of that, maybe that's what you could teach as well. So that is still connected to, once again, tarot, spirituality, yoga, meditation, all that is very linked, you know. So maybe that's how you can lead people to replicate what you learned through yoga or meditation, or that's very big too, by the way, and that could be connected to the experience you already had, you know, in entertainment, you know, breathing, talking slow, you know, people can hear you, communicating, all that is very connected to entertainment, to, you know, because Omar, that's this great singer and did a lot of shows, and it's really good. I remember I saw you show reel, and so it's very good with that. You can use that into, you know, this whole meditation thing, teaching yoga. Maybe you want to go in this direction. It would fix you, and then you can fix others.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I like tarot too a lot. I do tarot reading. I really like tarot readings as well. You know, it's just like, I also created an agency for tarot readers and psychics and mediums, the World's Medium Agency. So I do represent other people. And when I need a reading, I just call them. You know, it's like when you love cakes, you open a bakery and then you can eat all the cakes. It's
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So That's what I feel. I hope that answered your question, you know. So maybe not yet the tarot, but maybe something a little more elaborate and connected to what you learned through your experience. And maybe people will be expecting that from you. And in fact, there's a lot of people who were entertainers and now they become yoga teachers, or and it's really well perceived because they will believe you, you know, with everything you've been through, the traveling, this or that, you know. It will be believable coming from you.
I get it.
More
Okay.
than saying, oh, okay, now I'm doing tarot. It's like, okay, great. Yeah. I mean, it's great, but it needs to be a little more specific, maybe. Because once again, there's so many people doing tarot out there. Some are good, some are like whatever, you know. It's everyone has a tarot deck in the box, you know, in LA. There isn't one person who doesn't have a tarot in like a little box with a bit of weed, you know, the tarot, the weed. You know, it's like everyone. So some people, you know, and then they have the book next to it. It's okay, I picked a card today. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. I think that you should be very careful of this and that. And you should play the lottery today, have some weed. So, you know, some people are really, you know, it takes a bit of time to really be in it, you know,
Yeah.
but try. Anyway, do it for yourself. Try the tarot because it's fun
Okay.
and it's interesting, but it does take time as well to be out there and to get it, I think, you know.
Yeah. I get that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for calling. Thank you for joining. You can stay with us and come any Sunday. And then now I'm going to talk to Bo. I'm sure the microphone now is working. Mercury is now okay with you, right?
I know. It
Oh,
took
it
me
works.
only about 12 times.
Yeah, I know. I'm not surprised. This Mercury thing is like today my screen is cut in four pieces. I don't know why. Usually it's like
Yes.
this, and today it's cut in four. I have
Yes,
not a clue
mine
why
is
that
in
has changed. I
4
didn't do
pieces.
anything. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. But at least I could see you. So I don't know why it's like that. But you know, it's
Yes.
a surprise from Zoom, I guess. It changes every 2 minutes and you can never control anything.
Right.
It's a,
Right. Better accept it.
you accept it, you deal with it, you know, you could never know how it's going to be tomorrow. It's
Right.
very much like in the news, you know, but you know, it is what it is. Do you have a question
Right.
today, Bo? Would you like to ask us something?
I do. And honestly, I had such a difficulty choosing because I want to know about the marriage. I want to start with a big thank you
All right.
for last time and the time before when we talked and you suggested certain things about my husband
All right.
and the marriage to kind of revive things. And like I said, none of these things kind of appeals to him.
Right.
But I remembered and I took him to acupuncture
All right.
twice.
Yes.
And the first time was all over the place, but the second time I see that he's kind of pulling it together and it seems like he's calming down,
That's
which
good.
for me is handling the anxiety issue above all.
Yes.
And yesterday, actually, we had and we celebrated by his initiative our 28th month anniversary, which
Okay.
was which was a good thing. 2.5 years almost. So um, we are seeing the attorney tomorrow
All right.
to talk about the next steps and the house, etc. But I was just curious if you would have an insight as to how the marriage is improving, because it is improving, in my opinion, in his heart and in his mind.
All right. So let me see with the crystal cards a little bit what is happening. It's
Yes.
congratulations for taking him to the acupuncture. You know, it's amazing how these medicine things, the Chinese medicine and all that can improve people's health and the mind and the body. People always say mind, body. It's boring to say that, but it's the truth. You know, if your mind, your body is well, your mind might be well too. And a
Hmm.
lot of people accumulated so much stress from whatever, just from being alive. You know, it's very
Yes.
stressful. Some days it's fun,
Yes.
some days it's awful. And then it's always, in the end, it's like your car. If you just mistreat it, it's like your body, you know, sometimes you have to bring it
Yes.
to the garage. And I think acupuncture is a bit like that. You know, it puts your energy
Yes.
back in place. It seems that it did something good to him. But also, I feel that, you know, I want to remind, like last week, what I said to you. When it comes to your husband, you have to offer things on a plate and say, okay, now choose if you want something. This is
Yes.
how it
Yes.
works. He never
Yes.
wants to be told what to do. But if you bring on a
Yes.
plate a few selection, strawberries, cherries, mint, chocolate, ice
Yes.
cream,
Yes.
caviar, Then he said, okay, maybe some cherries, you know, it's how it works with him. So
Yes.
you see now, but he might be more trustful when he sees that something has worked with you, like taking into acupuncture, and then it worked. Then he might be more he might trust you more for other things and be less,
Mhm.
you know, kind of like
He
close.
used to be, yes, he
Yeah,
used to
exactly.
be.
So that's a good sign what happened. Let me see now with the crystal card. Also, I can't wait for the Mercury retrograde to go away as well because it's bringing whatever, you know, it's nobody understand each other. So let me see how he feels now. I like it, the card that comes in. It's a communication card. So he's willing to talk. He's looking for clarity, you know. So when you have the meeting with the attorney, you meet him with your husband and the attorney, or it's you just meeting your attorney?
The three of us,
The three of
yes.
you, yeah, that's what I thought.
Mhm.
So, you know, I like the communication card. He feels like something was reestablished and he's willing to discuss with you, you know, and to talk and to for things to flow, to put cards
Yes.
on the table, if I may say. That's kind of what we're doing today. So yes, he's willing to talk, to discuss, to discuss all the details as well. I feel, you know, if there's any things you haven't been able to talk about, I would think that it's good as well. I mean, I know the situation a little bit. I know his son is
Yes.
involved and stuff. I feel that it would be good. Tomorrow would be, yeah, the right occasion to talk about everything that you've been wanting to talk about. That's, you know, you didn't know everything, you know, you felt a little bit you were left on the side about some decisions. I feel that it's good tomorrow to talk about everything, like open book, talk about things. How do we do that? How do we do this? And I think it's good to do it in front of the attorney, obviously, because then there's a third
Yes.
person witnessing whatever you say. So
Right.
even for further records, you know, you can always say, by the way, on that day, on that Monday, we talked about, you know, this and that. That's what we thought we were going to do. And
Mhm.
the attorney can confirm, you know, say, yeah, and, you know,
Precisely.
attorney was there. And so it's a good moment to let things flow, talk about everything, especially past things that you were not feeling very sure about, or, you know, yeah, things from the past. When Mercury is retrograde, it's very good to talk about things from the past, reconnect with things that you talked about in the past, take old contract out of the box, revisit them if things need to be changed. Deals, if you had a deal, you know, that said you have this and now I have that, maybe it's a moment to reopen it if it was not fair to you or fair to anyone. Maybe it's a good
No,
moment to
it was very fair to me.
no, I know. If there's
In
anything that's
general.
not
Yeah.
fair to you or fair or something that you don't like in anything that's been signed, you know, you remember there were some papers we talked about, you weren't sure
Yes.
if
Yes.
it was going to be, actually I could put the card down, but it's a good moment to discuss everything that you're not sure about and open the secret box, if I may say, if there is one.
Well, basically, my split energy, my energy is split because
Yes.
he wants to sell the house, and I don't think that's a good time to do this right now. So I was going to avoid that
I
conversation
understand.
tomorrow. But now when
No, I
you're
think it would be good. No, I think it's good tomorrow to discuss everything you need to discuss rather
okay,
than avoid anything. It would be good to, maybe you can even ask the attorney if he thinks it's a good idea to sell it now. Maybe he can give you an advice as well, you know.
right. Well,
I feel it's a
yeah,
good moment. Everything you're not sure about, it's a good moment to talk about it tomorrow. That being said,
okay.
it is not a good moment to start selling anything because of the Mercury retrograde.
Yes.
It would be a good
Yes.
thing to wait anyway, at least 2 weeks, you know, when it could move forward and then you could put things out there if you wanted to. And I know you don't want to,
Right.
but if ever you
Right.
wanted to, you don't want to prepare that tomorrow, you know? No.
Okay. Okay.
You
So Mercury is over on the 14th or 17th, and then there is another week when things kind of settle down. So
yes,
it's
usually it's, by the way, it's
basically,
not the 14th, it's the 7th. So it's quite
oh,
soon.
the
It
7th.
was a small retrograde, so it's not like a whole month. But yeah,
Okay.
after that is in shadow, and then it takes a little bit of time.
Shadow.
But
Yes. Okay.
yes, but still,
Okay.
when it's not in
No.
retrograde, it's already better, you know, than when it's retrograde.
Yes.
If nothing
Yes.
works,
Yes.
everything you sign never works. But I do feel it's going to be a moment and space to talk, you know, with him tomorrow. So
Okay.
he's willing to talk,
Yes. Well, that's
you
the
know.
good part.
Yes.
Everyone will get an opportunity to share their own perspectives, and hopefully he will see how impractical it is to sell the house, But with regards to the divorce, he wants that taken care of so that the divorce can go through. So it's a conundrum, you know, it's like
I
this
understand.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, the thing is, like, does he really want a divorce at the end of the day, or does he think that he wants a divorce? You know, I've always felt that way in this situation.
Yes.
Does he really want that? Like, really deeply, I want to divorce, I really want that? Or does he think that it would be preferable to divorce, and then he's still doing it because he said he would do it, but it's not a good idea? So it would be good maybe to talk about that tomorrow. At
Okay.
the end of the day, why not say, by the way, are we still doing the divorce? Or we started this whole idea of a divorce because we had some disagreements about certain things. And
Yes.
it's really something that we want, because now we're talking in front of the
Oh, that's a good
it would be a
idea.
good idea.
Okay.
By the way, yeah, Mercury is retrograde. I was gonna say, what are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. Are you crazy?
Well, you know the situation and
Yeah.
what he's trying to accomplish. The grass is greener on the other side of the fence.
Yes.
So I don't think he has given up on that part, but what
I
do I know? But yeah, a conversation
Maybe
tomorrow
you
would
can,
be a
maybe you can ask him that, because the divorce can be stressful and it's going to be complicated with everyone. So you can always say, you know what, and you don't want that anyway. So it might be an opportunity to put that on the table tomorrow and say, by the way, can we maybe find an agreement that everyone's satisfied about, and we negotiate or we write everything properly, and maybe just not divorce, because why did we want
Yes.
that in the first place? I
Right.
think it would be a good moment to actually just ask the question out there. The attorney then could also see, like, could be, it could be like, oh, really? Maybe you don't want that. Maybe,
Right.
why
Yes.
not?
Good idea.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? You put it, once again, a choice out there. Not like, I don't want a divorce. But like, do we really want it at the end of the day?
Yes.
By the
Okay.
way, since we celebrated our 28 months of marriage yesterday, do
Yeah.
we really want a divorce right now? Isn't there? Are you sure?
I like the softness that the soft way how you present it. It's very moldable and pliable. I love it. Yes. Thank you for
I think that's how it
your
works with
touch.
him. Yes, that's how it works with him. And maybe, in fact, maybe that might be the difference between you and him. And I think that's why we've got this communication card coming in, and I want to show it again to the whole guy.
Yes.
The communication card, because you do have a problem of communication, obviously. So it's
Yes.
also an advice from the crystal card for you to try to really understand how he communicates and how you need to communicate with him, because you didn't get it completely right yet.
Yes.
That's why we meet people in life, we marry people, because they're here to teach us something. Maybe he's teaching you to change the way you communicate.
Yes.
And it's just about, sometimes it is about giving other people an option.
Right.
It always works like that. Like if you go to a restaurant and like the waitress comes and say, okay, you're gonna have pizza, and you're like, oh no,
That's how he talks. Yeah.
no, but even if you say that to him, you're gonna have pizza now, he might say,
Right.
no, I
No,
hate
I
pizza.
usually
But if
don't.
you say, would you like pizza
Yes.
or
Okay.
pasta? And then
Yeah.
he says, yeah, pizza. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The same in
Yeah.
a restaurant, and that's how it works. Giving the choice to people, giving them the impression or the illusion that they have the choice. Yeah. If you become better at it, it will serve you very much, I think, in dealing with him, becoming like that, like on
Yeah.
the plane, like chicken or fish, and at the end of the day, you say fish, and then anyways, there's only chicken left. It's like, oh, sorry, we only have chicken. Why did you ask in the first place? But at least it was a little more diplomatic. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay. I
It's
like
always
that.
like that. Yes. So tomorrow, use that and use the opportunity to improve the communication skills you have, because when Mercury is retrograde, it's also a good moment to evaluate, how have I been until now? Maybe I can change this, I can change that. And that's an opportunity for you to change that. And I think it should be easy and make your life easier to become a little
yes.
more that way. Yes.
I would love that. Yes.
So yes, now is your chance and your opportunity to change tomorrow. And
Yes.
once again, this marriage, yes, putting it on the table. Do we really need to divorce? Is it really what you truly want? You can put it out there and then see what he says. And it's oh, yeah. Or like, oh, maybe not. What would be the most convenient for everyone,
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Well, I don't know if Jan has another question, but if there is time, I would like to see what the chances are for things to turn around after
Okay.
tomorrow. I'll do my best. Go for it.
Because I'm curious and I'm enjoying this conversation, I'm going to dig into it and tell you. I hope not everyone's hating me for not taking other questions, but you know what? It's
Thank you.
interesting and it's bringing things to people as well. What we're doing it, spend a
Hmm.
little time with you. Everyone can probably get the benefit of that as well, understanding what change means. Changing. We all have to change with different situations, and when we change the way we are, situations change too, and it does work somehow most of the time, but it's difficult. So let's see if you change, tomorrow and change your communication skills. How is that going to go for you? The outcome of the meeting.
Hmm.
Let me see because we want to know. Because I'm curious. I want to know how this is going to go. So let me see. Okay, so um, I find that it will be a moment for a deal. It's going to be a difficult meeting because everyone is exhausted. Is it because of the situation or because, I mean, you are a bit exhausted of the situation. I can see with the 10 of wands, by the way, it's exhaustion. That's what it means. It's like, you go there, like really, walking on the floor, like it's like really difficult. It's like, I don't want to go. It's difficult. And he's going to be a bit hard as well with his old principles and not wanting to change. And it's going to be a bit heavy. The whole meeting, I feel, is going to be a bit difficult. This is the thing as well with him. He's very, very difficult to move around. He's like very like, no, he's like a tree, he doesn't want to move. Sometimes he can't, maybe the leaves a little bit, but not the trunk, it's just a little bit like a tree. But I can see some kind of negotiation, which is good. The three of wands means, and three is like three attorney, you and him. So I can see a good place for negotiation about the money deal, what things would be most preferable for everyone. But let me see. And I really like this card. I do think, and I don't want to go too far because, then if I'm wrong, it would be sad. But this is the 10 of cups. I feel that the outcome could be not a divorce and instead love. Because we had the 10 of cups last week, by the way. We sometimes have it. It's my favorite
Yes.
card. It's a card of love and of like accomplishment, of celebration. It's very much a card of wedding, not a card of divorce. So love can heal everything tomorrow, and I feel that it should be the outcome. So I've
I
never
love
really
it.
thought you were gonna divorce. I think it's a good thing. It's positive. There's a lot of love in the air, by the way, at the moment.
I
Anyway,
do love him. Yeah.
I know, and I think he loves you too. It's just this communication is quite disastrous sometimes. You do not know how to, but opposite attract sometimes. And but yes, you have to be like a flower with him, because he's a tree, and the flower is a little more chill, if I may say. You have to be like a rose because it's
Okay.
hard sometimes, or like a bee, a little bee, sometimes a little more that way because he's not moving much and but it's going to be a good ground for communication. And once again, 10 of cups, I really like it. And I think at the end of the day, all that is happening for you two to know that you love each other. This is almost a
Oh,
telenovela
I
right
love
now.
it.
It's a little telenovela,
Thank you.
if I
Thank
may
you,
say.
Raphael, and thank
Yeah,
you, Johan, for your patience.
these
Thank
are
you.
good
That's a
news.
good
I like
news.
it.
Yes, I like
Yes,
it too.
yes, yes. So it's, and take it a chance as well. It's a chance tomorrow for you to kind of like to change everything and to get him back to you, if I may say, in
Hmm.
as strange as it can seem, because you are meeting an attorney, talk about divorce. It couldn't,
Right.
like that might be your chance to kind of like rework
Hmm.
everything. Yes, that's
Yeah.
very Mercury retrograde as well. But he's
Okay.
not an easy person. It's hard to deal with people like that in a sense that he might be a very nice person, but it's very hard to deal with them. He doesn't want to change. It's very much
Yes.
this is what it is. I said pizza. I said pizza. I don't talk about anything else. It's very much that way. So, but everyone
Send
has a
paper
heart.
to my soul.
Can you say that again?
Send the paper to my soul.
Yes, yes, yes. Send paper to your soul. No, but I don't think it's against you. I feel that deep
No.
down, you know why he's like that, by the way, since we're talking a little bit. He is that way because he always felt that it was all about the family in his life, and it was not about him as an individual, and his individual needs as a human being were not
Yes.
always met. He wasn't really heard, oh little baby, so nice. And he didn't have that enough. So as a result, he
Yes.
always feels like, okay, it's always about the family, fine, but don't tell me what to do, and this is what it is. But deep down, he wants love, and he wants to be hugged, and he wants to be like, he wants to be like a baby kind of thing, but
We
he
know
didn't
that.
have that, pampered, and all that. That's why he
More and
needs
more and more and
people,
more.
yeah, that's what he needs, so, but he won't say it. But if you know that this is what he needs, then you will know what to bring on the plate, and get him to do what you need him to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think you got a little bit of insight now on how to do everything tomorrow during this meeting. And yes, I feel it's quite positive. Once again, this is just a reading. Sometimes
Right.
I can be wrong. I am not God, unless you thought I was. But most of the time, what I say happens.
I
But
know.
always,
Thank you.
take your own decisions, and in life. But I feel quite positive about it, and I always felt that way when it came to this
Yeah, I
relationship.
know. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's great.
Thank
So
you.
now let me see a little bit what is happening on Facebook, because I've been neglecting the people on Facebook, and I hope they don't hate me.
Okay.
But I never see. It's always hard for me to see if there's message coming in and things, because okay, there's some. Let me click a little bit here and there and see. Sometimes I get the message like later. So let me see if there's something happening here or there. Yeah, it's always a little bit. Everything changes a lot every week on Facebook, on Instagram. So let me see if there's something. There are some little comments coming. Okay, so Deborah is saying, "Hi, Raphael, love to follow you. Thank you for following us from friends." Deborah, I like her a lot. She's like family, and she has these little bunnies, little horses. It's just really nice what she does. I love to watch what you do as well. And then someone is saying, "Hi, can I get a reading?" So I don't see your name. I see little lines. So, but you can absolutely ask your question right now. So if you're asking me, I don't know your name because it's little lines. So I don't know if you are from an Asian countries or something. It looks like hexagrams, almost like Chinese hexagrams. So you can just type in your question and then I will answer. So yes, that's what is happening here. And let me see a little bit what is going on the other pages here and there, because it's broadcasting a little bit everywhere. And it's good to not neglect anyone and to be able to answer to all the questions, if I can get the questions. So let me see what is going on here. All right, on this other place. Okay, so I'm clicking here. Let me see. All right, it's taking forever. By the way, I want to remind everyone, this is the RTWM Tower Live. Every Sunday, people can ask their questions, come directly into the Zoom show. You can see up there what is the link. So you can come in, ask all your questions about love, work, money. If you have any doubts about the future, about your relationship, you can ask me and then I respond to your question. It's always easier to come into the Zoom. But if you put the question on Facebook, and if I get it, which does happen sometimes, I will be very happy to respond to the question and pick a card for you and see what is going on into your life. So yes, and I want to remind everyone as well that from next week, it will be on YouTube as well. I plugged a whole new system thing. That's what I've been working on. I hope it's going to work with the Mercury retrograde, but it's going to be on YouTube, on Twitch, on lots of new pages, and it's going to be a great occasion for all of us to be all together and celebrate the tarot, the questions. And anyway, I can't see anything, so let's get back in Zoom. That is so much more convenient. It looks like Bo and I are alone, and I know you like to ask questions. Do you want to ask more questions since we're here? Let's do it. Today it's about you. So let's make it work. If you want to ask me more questions, you are very welcome. We have time together. I can see you, you can see me. Let's have
Great.
fun Sunday,
Thank you.
October 25th. Why not? Do we want to dig into
Well,
something?
yes. Well, I'm just, it's about the house, and I really, what happened is that my name is on the deed right
Yeah.
now,
All right.
and actually his son wants to put a monkey wrench in the whole situation. And my attorney is very supportive of our side of the
All
things.
right.
And I'm just hoping that the son will accept the situation and say, okay, let it be the way it is. Let's include Bo
Yes.
um, and accept me, because he has had issues with that. So
Yes.
can we ask the universe for support on that? Or see how
All
things
right.
are
So
going to?
let's
Yes.
first of all, I want to pick a crystal card and see a little bit why is the sun reacting like that, towards you, and what is his view on you in general, So let's see a little
Okay.
bit what is the crystal card for the sun,
Okay.
connected to that situation. Let me see. Let me shuffle the cards and see why it's like that. Why
Okay.
do
And
that
then
way.
I can give you some perspective, but I would like you to stay focused on your side of communication, because that's
That's
what you're
interesting.
doing.
The card that comes in is he wants to make sure that his peacefulness in life does not change. He doesn't like anything to disturb him, disturb what he has. The card I have is relaxation, but it doesn't mean he needs to relax or whatever. It means that he wants his balance to never change. He wants things to always be balanced. So whenever there's a change or
Ah,
anything that could disturb what he has already, he doesn't want to share. I feel as
right.
though
That's true.
someone he wants to keep everything to himself. He doesn't want to share. He doesn't want to change. He wants anything that's going to make him feel peaceful. He wants. So he's a little bit selfish, if I may say, a bit self-centered with
Mhm.
everything. He's not very giving. Doesn't want to share. So that's why he doesn't accept you, because that's someone he has to share with, and he doesn't want to. So that's only what you represent is a change in his comfort,
Mhm.
and he doesn't want that. So he doesn't hate you. He just doesn't want any change. He doesn't want to give anything. He has a big pizza. He doesn't want to give a slice to anyone. But now he
Yes.
has somehow, to do that, and
Yes.
he doesn't accept it, And yes. For him, and also this is a message as well for him, by the way, in life, that he needs to be grateful for what he has already, and he can't always hold on to what he has and get more. He needs to appreciate what he has already. So anyway, you are a message for him in life, to remind him that he should be already happy with what he has, and that it's okay sometimes to have to give away or share if it's for the happiness of somebody else, which would be his dad, by the way, because his dad chose you because he liked you, he loved you, so he should be happy for his dad as well, and he has enough. The son has enough.
Oh, more
Yeah,
than enough.
absolutely. So that's what I'm trying to
You
say.
have
You are
no idea how much he has on his wife's side. It's unbelievable. But on the other side, it seems that my husband has been sharing with his son only the problems that we have had in the marriage,
yes,
and not the good things,
yes,
because it seems that my husband always wanted to make his son believe that my husband is more into the other woman. So it is basically up to my husband to start sharing the good information
I
from
understand.
our relationship in
Mm,
order for the son to soften up, I think. But it's up to you.
I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if it comes from your husband, from what he
Oh,
said to him.
okay.
I'm not sure. I think he really, because I believe the cards and what the card said, was this card of comfort. So it's more about
Yes.
that. It's more about him, his personal comfort. I don't know if he's a Taurus, but there's Taurus energy around the sun, So yeah, it doesn't really
No,
matter. But
I'm Taurus.
you are Taurus.
I'm Taurus, but his son is November 9th. So that's Scorpio.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but you need to see the chart as well. What are the signs
Oh,
around
I see.
that he was born to see? But I see some Taurus energy in a sense that comfort is important for him. He doesn't want things to change too much, and he wants to enjoy things, and so yes, I feel it comes more from that side. Not because it's not every Taurus is like that, but
Oh,
I
I
see
see.
kind of thing wanting to keep things for him, and and this comfort and not too much change, not fast change. So I don't
Mhm.
know if it comes from the father, from what he said about you and about this other person. I don't think it comes
Okay.
from there. No, it really comes from him not wanting change, and and he wants things that are going to be advantaging his own financial situation. He doesn't want to share. I feel this is what it is. But what was your question again? Now you want to know if it's going to be okay with the house, if it's going to
Yes.
soften kind of,
Yes, if he
and
will
what would do that?
accept me and the whole situation around the house,
Yes.
eventually, hopefully, by the
Yes.
end of this year.
Let me see. I feel that, of course, yes, the dad has, is the one who will, your husband is the one
Yes,
who will be able to decide and to sign the papers that he wants to sign and put them the way he wants.
he already
So
did. Yeah, the son is pushing for the dad, for my husband,
I
to
hear you.
change the papers back. And I'm saying, I don't think so.
So this is why tomorrow, by the way, during the meeting with the attorney, you want to make sure
Yes,
that nothing is changing and that it's actually confirming what you have. Yes.
yes,
Yeah, it needs to
yes.
go
That
that
this
way.
is the right way to do it. Yes.
Absolutely. So let me see what is going to happen with the sun. Um,
Get out of the way, so to speak.
I know, I understand. Mm, mm. I feel that the sun doesn't have that much power, somehow. He only
Okay.
have a suggestion, power of suggesting things or of having conversation with your dad or whatever. But I don't feel that I feel that he's blocked anyway. Whatever he says doesn't have such a big impact sorry, on your husband, on his dad. He does
Yes.
not
Okay.
have such a big impact. So whatever he says, I feel that he doesn't have much power, and whatever he says, in fact, you feel that your husband sometimes is not very easy to talk to, but
Yes.
it's the same with the son. The son,
Yes.
when he
Okay.
talks to the dad is all like, okay, great, son, I'm going to do everything that you say. No, it's like, it might go one way. The dad says things and the son listens
Exactly.
a little bit, so he could get what he wants. So I don't know. But
Precisely.
the father does not listen to anything that the son says. So
That's cool.
I really feel that way. So, and also it feels somehow, what I want to say is that whenever the son talks to the dad, it's not very well received as well, very well perceived, because the way he expresses himself, the son, is not very nice either. Somehow he is not very diplomatic, the way he says things to the dad, and the dad doesn't like the way things are being expressed. So the dad likes it, like your husband. He likes it if the son says, yes, dad, you're absolutely right. That works. Just to say that, yes. But if he says, by the way, now do that, the father is like, what did you just say? So he's
Yes.
not in a very good position to have any action, on this
Okay.
whole situation, I find. As a result, what he wants will not happen. I feel that what the son
Yes.
wants is not going to happen.
Yes.
Has
Thank you.
absolutely no control over the situation.
Yes.
And he's very self-centered. I think it comes from a bad place as well. What he wants does not come from a good place. It's just him wanting more comfort and, and be feel more secure, have more money, more possessions. And he doesn't
Yes.
care about what the dad feels or about what you feel. Whatever. That's not his problem. And I think he needs to grow in that. And once again, this is a message for him to understand that other people exist and you have to share, especially if you have a lot, it's not going to, he's still going to have food and house and everything if he doesn't get that house. You
Right.
need to kind of maybe focus on things that are more important than that in life, which is being satisfied, to not be dying, to have food, to have a house,
Yes.
to be kind of happy. He doesn't get that. So yeah,
Okay.
that's a message for him. So as a result, I feel that life will not give him what he wants. And any attempt he has, is just not going to work. It's going to fail. I think you should not focus on him too much. I think you
No,
should focus on the
he's
husband.
out of my hair right now.
And
Forget
there's
it.
nothing you can do about him. You are not in a great position to do it, to talk to him anyway,
No.
because you understand his intentions anyway and what he really
Yes.
wants and why he's doing it. He doesn't care about you. He
I
doesn't
want
hate
the
you.
marriage. I want the marriage to go well, and the
Yes.
property is right now the way we decided 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Yes.
I'm satisfied with that. I'm not greedy. I like the house. I would like to stay in the house so that we don't sell it because it's our
Yes.
only place to be. But other than that, the marriage is the most important thing, and that my husband sees my true value and appreciates me the way I appreciate him all the time.
Yes.
I do. I
Yes.
love him.
Yes, and I think he loves you as well. So once again, I think the key card of the whole day, by the way, is communication. How to
Communication.
communicate. Yes, and and always give the liberty to the person we talk to choose what they want to take from whatever you tell them. But I think
Yes.
it applies to so many things. It's very much about diplomacy, and put
Yes.
things out there, and then the person who's listening can take or not take what you bring, but they don't feel like forced or pushed to accept something. But it's just a matter of a skill, actually. You never meant to do wrong in how you communicated with him, but for you, certain things that seem so obvious cannot be expressed the way that you express them to certain people, to some other people that would take it immediately. Say, I totally get it. You're
Yes.
right. We should not sell the house. It's stupid right now. It's not going to sell. You're going to lose money.
Precisely. Yes.
But if it's to the wrong person who wants to be told things a certain way and presented things rather than
Mhm.
told, then he won't take it, he will, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think also tomorrow, yeah, it's very much as well about saying to him, I understand how you're feeling. Life is tough right now. Sometimes we're unsure about what we want, and but deep down we want the best for ourselves. And maybe the
Yes.
best could be to stay together, to wait for the house. Maybe we evaluate everything in 2 years or in 1 year or in 12 months and then see if this is what we still want, That's another option as well. Sometimes it's good to give the time to things, especially because I feel that things are going to be much better in 2021 and then 2022. And we're
Yes.
going towards better things. Right now, it's a huge mess for everyone anyway, because in this moment of transformation, nobody knows what tomorrow's going to be made of, but things are transitioning, we're changing, and it's shifting in a good direction. But now we're in the middle of the problems.
And I remember you saying that December would be better
Much
with
better.
regard much better than right now. So I'm really hopeful that he will either the house will not sell, we will stay in the house, or he will just give up on the idea one way or other.
It would be better, yes,
that's
that he just understand by himself that selling the house would be a mistake and doing a divorce would be a mistake too.
yeah.
He needs
What is
to,
the
yes.
yeah? What is the stone for communication? I
So,
saw a stone on the card, but I don't
yes, it
know
was
it.
the, let me take it again because I forgot how
Is
to
it a
pronounce it
quartz?
in English. No, it's not. It's an agmarine. I think you say agmarine in English as well, by the way.
Aquamarine?
Aquamarine, yeah, agmarine is in French. That's why I was saying I forgot how it was called. I can't find the card anymore, but yes, it's aquamarine. And I have the feeling that I did tell you already a while ago.
Yes, you did. I was
It's
looking at
aquamarine, not
aquamarine.
because it's an expensive stone, by the way. It's expensive, it comes from Brazil. It's almost
I was looking at these. So do I have to have it as polished or raw? What would you say is
you can.
better?
So I love it when it's expensive and transparent, but I
Me
don't own
too.
one. It's a very expensive crystal
I
anyway.
know.
But I want to suggest you a website that I think is amazing.
Okay.
It's called gemselect.com.
Oh.
Gemselect.com. I've never ordered from there, but they have amazing things that it comes from Thailand.
Mhm.
So they actually bought the stones, they buy the stones in India and all around the world. They're being polished in India. And then this Gem Select website is in Thailand because it's one of the biggest places in the world where they sell amazing gemstones. They are stilled, they're amazing.
Yes.
You choose the level of quality that are being
Okay.
sold by DHL or by UPS
Right.
with a certificate. If you're going to, I feel that for you, it would be great to be wearing one,
I would like to.
You know what I mean? Like a
That's
cute.
why I'm asking you. Yes.
So I feel like for you, it would be good to be wearing one because of what I'm feeling in terms of vibration with you. It would be a
Yes.
good one for you. And you might as well just get a nice one. Christmas is around the corner anyway.
Yes.
I mean, whatever, but you don't have to wait for Christmas. But a little Christmas present. Maybe you could get, select one that a nice one, go on the website and see what they have. You might be able to buy the stone that they will ship to you, and then you just have it fixed on a whatever you want.
Something. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You could go, maybe not do it yourself, but I'm sure I know that in Paris, for instance, a lot of Asian people do that. They know how to fix stones on a little necklace.
Oh, he has a jeweler. She will do that for
or
us.
maybe somebody who can do it, yes. but select the stone that you like. And this website has an amazing selection of amazing stones. I'm
Gem
always like,
select.
I'm
Okay.
drooling on the website because it's so beautiful. And I think
Yes.
for you, but if you don't do that, you can always buy, yes, a raw piece of aquamarine. But the problem is that you would have to go to some kind of trade shows, because I find that this is not a stone that is very commonly found in little shops in California. It's
Yeah.
not the most common because it is seen as a very precious and expensive stone. It's not always expensive when it's not very pure. It's not very, it's cheaper, but it is still,
Right.
so you might as well just buy a nice transparent one and make a little necklace with it, later.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful stone. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's this amazing blue for the
Oh, I
communication.
love it.
It would be perfect for you as well. It's good on the heart as well, because the blue
Yes.
stone, it's good as well for that. It would be a great present to do to yourself. You're Taurus. You're like,
I've been looking, yes, I've been looking at those the other night till pretty late. And
yeah,
I liked a number of stones that are just
incredible.
breathtaking.
If you go to that website, you're gonna drool. It's this Gem Select website.
I will.
I don't work with them. Actually, I would love to work with them. I would love to work for them, because they have, I would want to be in Thailand and sell these stones. Would be like a dream. It's so, they have rubies, they have sapphires, they have diamonds, all kind of things. It's emeralds, and all kind of prices and shapes, and it comes from all around
Well,
the world.
I
You'll
I
find
don't
something.
know how you will perceive what I just would like to say, but
Yes,
because you do work with stones, I think that they may be open for a partnership with you
I would
to
love.
have some advertising for them on your website, or to have a link that, let's say, if people would advertise on your site, they get 5% off, or something teeny
Yes.
tiny. But because you do work with stones so much, a
Yes.
lot more people who are focused on stones would see their stones. I think that a collaboration with them may be a good thing for both parties, for actually the three parties, you, them, and your customers.
I agree with you. It's a great idea. And also what I like about Gem Select, sometimes you buy stones online on Amazon and you go to a shop, it comes from China. It's just, China is a big market because that's where they cut the stones and it's cheaper to cut them and ship them or whatever.
Right.
I find that sometimes the selection is always the same. You go to a shop, you go to another store, it's the same. They sell it 3 times the price, and it's not, you can't really select the amazing piece, that
Right.
you're
It
attracted.
it doesn't stand out.
No,
The
like for example,
amazing piece.
I have this stone here that I really like. By the way, I completely forgot what it is. Where did I make it? But you can't really see because of the light. But
Yes,
I love. It's really beautiful. It has beautiful crystals, things like that. There's only one of a kind, or and I find that
I
people
see.
should be that way. They choose you, and you choose them. And Gem Select, once again, has unique pieces that come from all around the world. So it's just, yeah, I
I'll
would.
go there.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna. I mean, I think you can spend a little bit of time. You can choose the color, the size in carats, and
Well,
that's,
I would like it big, because
yeah,
I believe that
me
the
too.
bigger it is, the more light it attracts
I
and
totally agree with you.
transfers in
I
the
agree with you.
heart
It's very,
chakra.
very true. Yeah, absolutely. And I remember in the Louvre in Paris, they have the crown of the king, and I
Uh-huh.
always go there and I see this big ruby, and sapphire that are good quality. Obviously, I don't think they put
Oh, yes.
diamonds.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? You can't, and I'm like, of course they got this stone. They're so beautiful. Who wouldn't if you had access to that? And yeah, so I like to sometimes go to museums and see these jewels. Actually, in LA, I think they do have a few of this jewelry in. But anyway, you don't live in LA, you live in San Diego. But if ever
San
you go to
Diego.
LA to the LACMA, there's some rooms and some sections where they have some of these old
Uh,
jewelry. Not the big
where
crown.
where were you born in France? Were you born in Paris?
No, I was born in Strasbourg in the east of France.
Oh, that's
Yes.
pretty there. Ooh,
Yes, it's very
yes.
pretty. And there are stones actually. I was digging stones from the mountain when I was a child. I would go in the weekends. And actually, I never talk about it, but I would actually dig stones with a hammer and, you know,
That's
just
very cool. Yeah.
they had a weekend house, you know, on top of this old, I don't know how it's called, a place where you get the stones with a hammer, you know? How's it
Yes.
called in
Okay.
English? I don't
I, is that there a rock mine or
like a
something?
mine, yeah, exactly. Some kind of
Quarry.
rock mine.
Quarry.
Yes, exactly.
Quarry or something? Yes, I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
So we had there was one, and we go there with a hammer all day long, you know, and like scoring courts, you know, and it was really
Yes.
cool. That was really amazing. So yes, that's what I was doing there. Not only, but we did
Yes.
that a weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I
Wow.
got this fascination for stones, and this amazing trade show as well there. In Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. It's like this a village in Alsace, you know, and it's amazing. They have this trade show every year in I think it's in June or July. I went last time 3 years ago, and there are people from all around the world who come and bring amazing stones, and it's really really amazing. Yeah, so that's how I discovered all that.
Well, there is a gem institute in Carlsbad, which is very close to San Diego. It's
Right.
about to 30 miles north of San Diego, but right now it's closed because of the COVID situation. So I'm looking forward. I wanted to go there and look at the gems, hoping that they would have something to sell and that would be certified on top of it. But we'll see when they're going to open up. And
Yes.
I've
But
heard it's a good one. And they do have a gem quarry here in the area, someplace where people can go and get their own stones.
oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I'm in Mexico right now, and I know there's a lot of them. You know, you can actually go, but I don't know exactly where. But they score a lot of opal, fire opal in Mexico. They have a lot of stones in Mexico, but they're everywhere anyway, all around the world. You know, they have a lot of stones. Like in Germany as well, they have a lot of mines. You wouldn't think of
Yes.
Germany or Austria. They have a lot of mines where you can get amazing stones and pyrites and lots of things.
Yes.
So, all right.
Well,
Well, I
thank you
think we're
so
getting,
much
that
for
was a
your time.
you're very welcome. It was great to come by. And every
Yes.
Sunday I do
Be
this
here.
show. So you're always welcome,
Oh,
Bo.
yes. I'll see
And
you next Sunday. I'll report. But thank you very much for everything
thank you
you
very much.
do and bring your awareness to this world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bo. You have a great Sunday. And then
Thank you.
and tomorrow as well, you know, I wish you the best.
Yes.
It was
Thank
great
you.
to have you here. And then I'm saying
Yes.
bye to everyone who was watching and to you.
Thank you, Raphael.
See you
Bye.
soon. Take care.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.